Yo, what's up, movie fans? This is Matt Jarbo back with another episode of Total Running Time. Today we are going to be talking about Tron Legacy. Of course, I just did Tron, so you guys are obviously looking forward to this one. Now, remember, this will contain massive spoilers. If you have not seen Tron Legacy yet, it just came out back in December. It's definitely pretty dope. It was directed by Joseph Kosinski. It was written by Adam Horowitz and Edward Kiedis. It's based on, the characters created by Steven Lisberger for the first Tron. It's starring Jeff Bridges, Garrett Hedlund, Bruce Boxleitner, Olivia Wilde, Michael Sheen, and Bo Garrett. The music was done by Daft Punk, and I mean that in like the best possible way. I just saw the movie for the first time last night. I mean that literally just for the first time last night. And the soundtrack was completely amazing. I can't wait. I've got to see it again and listen to the soundtrack again. I loved it. So yeah, that's Tron Legacy just came out. It was a big whole thing that they were shooting for a long time. Like they were talking about it for just a long damn time, and we were like, waiting for more stuff. And I guess they started shooting it in Vancouver, British Columbia in 2009. And I know that they had been talking about it for a while. Disney was kind of hesitant to put it out. But once they got it done, I think they realized they had a really good film on their hand, and then they just completely pimped it. They've like had the end of the line cafe or end of the line club at Disneyland right now. You can do the electronica stuff. They were doing light cycle promotions like Comic-Con and at other events and everything. Really pushing it. Hell, it had a budget of $170 million. That's literally 10 times the amount that Tron cost to make. The first Tron. And you'll see when you watch it, like, why it cost that much money. And then, of course, who knows what they put on their budgeting for their marketing budget, because I'm pretty sure that's pretty nuts. But it's grossed so far $372 million worldwide, so it's definitely big. And there are 2 sequels on the way. So, they want to do at least Tron 3 and maybe Tron 4. And that would be, I think, a great thing. Because it just was well done. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to overdo it before I get into it. So we'll get into the movie right now. Keep in mind, this has massive spoilers. If you have not seen it, you need to go see it before listening to this. Then come back and listen to this, and then talk about it with us on the show. Okay, here we go. In 1989, Kevin Flynn, an innovative software engineer and the CEO of Encom International, disappears. 20 years later, his son Sam, who became Encom's controlling shareholder after his father's disappearance, takes little interest in the company besides an annual practical joke on the board of directors. Sam is visited by his father's friend and Encom executive Alan Bradley, who was in the original Tron, who urges Sam to investigate a mysterious page originating from Flynn's old arcade. While exploring the decrepit arcade, Sam discovers a concealed computer laboratory and unintentionally transports himself to the grid, a virtual world inside the computer. Sam is captured and taken to the game arena, where he is pitted against Rinsler, the champion of the games. During their duel, Rinsler notices that Sam is not a program, but rather a user. Rinsler takes Sam before Clue, a digital copy of Kevin Flynn, who rules over the grid. Clue nearly kills Sam in a light cycle match before Cora rescues him. Taken to a distant off-grid hideout in the Outlands, Sam is reunited with his father. Flynn explains that he had been working on a new perfect system and had appointed Clue as its creator. After much work, Flynn discovered a new series of sentient isomorphic algorithms, or ISOs, self-produced programs that carried the potential to unlock the mysteries in science, religion, and medicine. Clue considered these programs to be an imperfection, and in keeping with his directive to create the perfect system, betrayed Flynn and had the ISOs wiped out. Flynn also revealed that while he hid from Clue, who had ambitions to reach the real world, the portal back to the real world had closed, and he became a captive inside his own creation until Sam reopened it from the outside. Resolving to make it back to the real world where he'd be able to delete Clue, Sam makes his way to the grid to find a program named Zeus, who he believes can provide safe passage to the portal. The end-of-the-line club owner, Castor, is revealed to be Zeus, and instead of helping Sam, he betrays him to Clue's guards. though Flynn and Cora arrive just in time to help Sam escape. Cora is grievously wounded and Zeus gains possession of Flynn's identity disk. Knowing the disk works as a master key to the grid, Zeus attempts to use it to negotiate with Clu, but Clu simply takes it and destroys the club. Flynn and Sam save the injured Cora and stow away above a freighter headed towards the portal, while Flynn heals Cora and reveals her to be the last surviving ISO. The three unexpectedly arrive at a station aboard a massive warship similar in appearance to Sark's and encounter Risner. As Cora attempts to distract him, Flynn recognizes Rinsler as a reprogrammed Tron. Elsewhere on the ship, Clu addresses his army, expressing a desire to enter the real world and perfect it. Sam saves Cora and from Rinsler and reclaims Flynn's disk. The trio then commandeer an aerial shuttle and escape, but they are pursued by Clu, his guards, and Rinsler using light jets. Between Cora's evasive flying and Sam manning the rear turret, the three manage to shoot down Clu's guards. As Rinsler moves to destroy the shuttle, he makes eye contact with Flynn and suddenly regains his true identity as Tron, declaring, "I fight for the users." Tron deliberately collides with Clu's light jet and sends the two programs falling. Clu wrestles away Tron's spare baton and creates another light jet, flying off towards the portal. Tron falls into the sea of simulation, where his armor reverts to its original blue color. Sam, Flynn, and Cora finally reach the portal, only to find Clu blocking the path. After attempting to reason with Clu, Flynn sacrifices himself to end the impasse, pulling Clu towards him and causing the two to merge. While Sam and Cora use Flynn's disk to travel through the portal back to the real world, Flynn and Clu merge, causing a massive explosion. Back in the basement of Flynn's arcade, Sam saves a backup of the grid onto his flash drive. He then meets Alan and tells him that he's going to start working at Encom, and as a controlling interest shareholder, he will name Alan chairman of the board. Cora meets Sam outside, and the two take off on his motorcycle. The movie ends with Sam showing Cora the sunrise she has longed to see. So yeah, that's Tron Legacy. Again, like it's such a fun movie. It's so digitally stimulating. One of those things where it's just like, I was watching it and I was just smile on my face the whole damn time. I couldn't believe just how much fun it was to watch and how interesting it was to watch. And just, the visual effects were utterly amazing. And I think that's why they chose, the director, Joseph Kosinski, to do it. And I think that he really did a good job, and he knew what he's from, he'd done commercials before. So I think that's where he had a good visual style, and he brought it to the game. I brought it to the table. So yeah, the movie did pretty well, they did a whole bunch of stuff for it. They pushed it like crazy. People went and saw it. The response, I think, was mixed to an extent from some people. As you have your fans that are just like, oh, well, the visuals were amazing, but the story was kind of paper thin. I just disagree. I just, the whole thing with it is it's a pretty basic story. It's very hero's journey. It just, takes them through the world of Tron that we saw, 28 years ago, and the world that, and it just how kind of it became like this dystopian environment, and how it evolved and how it was created, and the way that they put things together was really well done. Cillian Murphy shows up in the very beginning as Dillinger's son, as like the head programmer. And I think he might show up, according to some of the indications, that he might be a villain in the sequel. Of course, if you liked him in Batman Begins, and Inception and everything, he plays a pretty good, or Red Eye. He did a great job as bad guy in Red Eye. So I'd like to see him come back as that. Garrett Hedlund was a newcomer, more or less, to the series, to acting. He was pretty good as Flynn's son, Jeff Bridges was awesome as usual. Jeff Bridges did a great job as both Clu, and as himself as Flynn. And so he, Bridges was great as usual. Olivia Wilde, I don't know, I mean, I liked her as Cora. She kind of had that, she could fight. She was sexy. She was very eager to learn and very, very much wanted to see the outside world. The only thing I don't think I really got was why she could be transferred, why a digital copy of her could be transferred out of the grid into our world. I didn't know that they could make flesh and blood like that, because at the end of the movie it shows him with the flash drive and stuff, which I thought was kind of ironic, because it's if you look at how much a flash drive can hold now versus 28 years ago. I thought she was on that, I thought that was her. because he couldn't bring her, but he was able to take her knowledge and her ability. Because I mean, it's kind of almost, it's very religious in the sense, like denouncing the users and everything is like denouncing God and denouncing religion. And here it is, like, they call Flynn the creator, so he's God, and he created Clue, and Clue became bad, so Clue's the devil. And here comes his son to return to fight the devil. So I mean, basically, Sam is Jesus in this story. And it's, again, I'm not knocking it. I'm not trying to like to push some religious rhetoric on whatever. I'm just saying that that's kind of what they were going for. Also, I noticed a lot of Star Wars like scenes. Like the whole where they're flying and like he's got the turret. Flynn goes and steals a ship. It's very similar to Obi-Wan going and deactivating the laser generator, the power generator, that kind of stuff. So it's there's a lot of things, but again, the whole time, Daft Punk, amazing job on the soundtrack. They even have a cameo appearance in the movie, like during a fight scene. It's almost like they're live mixing a fight scene. It was amazing. I'm gonna go listen to the soundtrack as soon as I'm done recording this. So I liked Tron Legacy quite a bit. I believe the words I used to describe it were, words cannot describe the awesomeness of this movie. So I still think that way. I want to see it again. And so, yeah, if you guys like Tron Legacy, check it out. $2 Theater, facebook.com/2buck Theater. Check us out. Check us out on YouTube at Kazon Radio. We're going to get a new website pretty soon. And we're also on iTunes and Zune. You can find us, comment, talk. I know people listen to this. I'd like to hear from you, please. We also have great contests, every once in a while on $2 Theater, so check us out for that. And, so yeah, I'm Matt Jarbo, and, I will talk to you guys later. Be prepared, for our new lineup. We have a great lineup coming up in the next few months, of some great films. If you have any suggestions of stuff you'd like me to do, you can email me at wimpproductions@gmail.com. That is WIMP productions@gmail.com. And let me know. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye. I'll see you later. Bye. I'll see you